All right, you're looking at the bottom, which no one is going to see unless they're on the floor looking for something. But it went together really nice. The finish is great, but I still have that problem I was telling you about. I'll try to get up here and give you an idea what I'm looking at. Just got to get these trim pieces made. I've got a little work to do yet on these connections here. I got to get a clamp across here and hit this with a block plane and flush this up. This edge is a little higher than the one to the other side, but that won't take too long. So I'm going to do that, make some trim pieces, and then see what I'm going to do about finishing this off. You know, attaching these before. This side I don't have to worry about because this is going up against the wall. It's unfinished. So I just have to worry about finishing the top edge and the inside edge and the wraparound edge and getting this done. So it really looks nice. But it's got a ways to go yet. So when I come back, I don't know when it's going to be. I'll show you what I've come up with for my solution. And I guess before I leave, this will be. I have one of two options, I guess. One is to glue this case up and put the frame on, glue it to it. Glue it to the face of this and then finish it all in one piece. The other is put the pieces together and then finish it and then glue the panels back together with the individual pieces on the two sides and the four shelves. So that's the way I'm tending to lean right now. But when we come back, I'll show you what I have. Okay, here's my strategy. I'm gonna put this side down first. They're just rough cut right now to length and width, and so I'm gonna rip them down to these. I might leave alone, but these I'm gonna rip down to 1.5 inches. So right now these are about 1 3/4, 1 5/8, somewhere in there. But I'm going to put this piece down first. I'm going to walk it, I'm going to glue it and just walk it down, feeling the edge and making sure it's parallel. Before I do that, or I should say flushed, not parallel and flush. But before I do that, I'm going to make marks here on my shelves where these trim pieces are going to go. And what I'm going to do then is glue these. I'm going to glue these in place with the back off. At least that's what I think I'm going to do. And then I'll put on my last piece on the other side, and any variance I have will be taken up over there. And that's the wall side. And let me show you what I got going on here. So you can see this piece. I can get the camera to come down here for me. There we go. I've got a little rabbit cut on the end of it, which is going to go up against the wall. So I've got about 1/8 of an inch to play with here. So if this hangs over a little bit this way, no big deal. And if it's a little short this way, toward the other side, no big deal, because I've got that little bit of play in there. Now, like I say, lucky for me, I'm going up against the wall, and this is not a finished edge. So, like I said, I can go this way or this way, depending upon what happens here when I place my trim pieces in here. I've got them cut very, very close to this being flush. but if something should happen and things shift a little bit, I've got that escape route, I guess. So let me get the finished boards done, cut the width, and then I think when I come back, I'll just have it all put together and we'll see what it looks like. Right, I put my face frames, I glued them, and I actually used biscuits as well. And I've dry fitted my side piece here, and that's gonna work out really great. Once I get everything glued in place, I can pull this tight and then work on it from there. So what I want to do now though is I want to glue the shelves, the sides and the back together and make it one solid piece, and then I can go to work on attaching these long stiles here, and then finishing it from there. There's really no other alternative for me right now, so that's what I need to do, because I'm going to round over these edges. Not this edge, but this one in here, and this one down here, and then the outside edges as well. So that when you know, if you don't want to bang into it and get nicked up. So let me put it together, and then I'll show you the result. That was an adventure, putting it mildly. So you can see what I did here. I'll kind of explain how I did this, but the shelves went in first. Because of the way they're made, they flush up right to the edge of the sides here, of the back, I should say. So those went in first, then glued up the left side as you're looking at it, and threw that up on there, clamped it, drew it in, and gave it a little time to set, and then removed the clamps and then brought the other side in. So it's always, like I say, an adventure, but it went together pretty smoothly. I had it dry fitted so many times that the joints were good. I knew that there wasn't going to be any trouble spots, and there wasn't. So we'll let it sit and cook, and then I'll come back and put these two remaining pieces in, and we can do our work on that. This is taking a little longer than I'd like, but I got to keep telling myself patience, patience, patience. So I've got the last trim board on this thing. On this side, I just finished gluing it up. So I gotta let that set up and cure a little bit. Then I can get to staining and routing and the rest of the piece. Get that thing put together. Get it put together here. So far so good. There's some things I'm pleased with, and there's some things I wished I'd done differently, and the face frame is one of them. So I just have to deal with it, take it a step at a time here, and get it done. I've got another project going on at the same time. I've inherited my dad's old pool table, and I kind of been working on that at the same time. But that'll involve another project down the road here for me, and that's building a light to go above it. So I'm just going to take my time with this. This might be the last video I shoot for a little while, but I want you guys to be aware of what's going on. So this is where I stand right now, and I'm getting close, but I've got some things I need to do. to this and my other project in the other room there. So let me show you that quick, and that'll give you an idea what I got going on. Okay, so there's the pool table. It's a regulation pool table. It's 4 foot by 8 foot, and I got the slate just sitting on there. I still have to level it up. I'm waiting on a new cover. You can see the old one sitting over there, and it'll be a nice addition. And then right directly above it up here, I pre-wired long ago for a light to go above this, thinking that someday I may have a pool table, or whoever owns this house down the road might have one. But I've got the pieces laying around all over the place here. I've got the rails here, and I just took one of them apart here because I'm going to recover these rails as well, and maybe I can videotape that as well. But they got this little channel that they call it a feather, sits in there, and that's how you just you overlap the channel like so, and then you push the feather in, wedging the cover in like that down inside the channel. Then you trim it back. So this thing hasn't been recovered since it's been new, and it's in dire need of that. So that's why I've got a little bit of a delay going on here. I've got things kind of laying all over the place. Pool cues that need to be retipped, and I've got a ways to go on this. Well, there's another project sitting over there in the corner too. The pool cue holder. Not really a big fan of that one, so I'll probably be building a new one of those as well. So thanks for watching, guys, and I appreciate your patience. It's going to take me a little while to get through all this stuff, but I will get through it slowly but surely.